Hey YouTube, welcome to Trevor's Final World. Hope everybody is doing well. Today, earlier I found out that there's going to be a sequel to Quentin Tarantino's film Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's going to be called The Adventures of Cliff Booth. Maybe this isn't new news to you, but it is to me. I've always liked Quentin Tarantino. I've followed him for quite a while. I am one of those people that fantasize about someday making films. Obviously, I'm pretty realistic about it. They would be like very low budget, maybe even short films. But it's definitely something that I've always been into. So what I wanted to do today is I want to count down my favorite Quentin Tarantino films. These might disagree with some people's rankings a little bit, but I don't really care. I think that films, we all interpret them differently. And, I like to see how people rank things. I've always liked Quentin Tarantino. There's some things about him that bother me a little bit, but I'm willing to overlook it because growing up, I basically watched anything he did and anything that like Spike Lee did. There were certain people that if they made a movie or a film, I was watching it. I am going to include From Dusk Till Dawn in my list. He not only wrote the screenplay for this, but he starred in it and he was the executive producer. So I don't understand why he doesn't get more credit for From Dusk Till Dawn. He's even on the poster. He was very involved. Him and Robert Rodriguez would kind of team up every once in a while. And, one of them would do one thing and the other would be like a producer or something. Which is kind of cool. I like that. But anyways, I am going to include that in my list. A lot of people don't, but I really don't understand why. I am not going to include True Romance, which is a great film. He basically wrote the screenplay for that, but then he sold that early on, and then someone else did everything else. And then he used that money to help finance Reservoir Dogs. I'm also not including Natural Born Killers. I wish that he would have been the one that made this movie. He did write the original screenplay for it, and again, he sold it. And then that one was changed a lot to the point where he really did not like how that movie came out. I think that would have been way better done if Quentin Tarantino would have had more of his hands on it. I kind of liked the premise of it, but it was just over the top violent, and I think Quentin Tarantino would have helped just with that one a little bit. Yeah, but let's get into it here. So I got my list, and I'm going to start at the bottom. So I got 11. Oh, and then just one other fact that I wanted to bring up is that I didn't know that you could buy both Kill Bills together, and it was called The Whole Bloody Affair. Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair. That's actually something I might actually look into because I own Kill Bill 1 and I own Kill Bill 2, but I do not own Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair, which is basically both movies put together. I think that's kind of cool. Okay, so coming in at number 11, and some people probably disagree with this, but at the very bottom, I have 2019's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood with Brad Pitt and DiCaprio. I just think this is too much of them kind of laughing at the camera, as they would say, where it's like you're in on this joke. It's fine, but, they kind of degrade Bruce Lee. They, I I don't know. I don't mind them making the Mansons look like idiots, but it's just a lot of sort of, I don't even know the best way to describe it, but it's kind of like a inside joke the whole time, and I just wasn't that impressed with it. I didn't hate it, but, you know, considering his other films, I just wasn't really into this one. And number 10, I got Inglorious Bastards from 2009. I'm just not, I don't need to watch Nazi stuff that much. I put off watching this for a while just because I kind of knew what it was going to be. It was all right, but it's definitely not one of my favorites. Number 9, I wish this was higher on my list because I actually don't mind watching this one. I kind of like, it's not trying too hard, and it kind of just feels like you're hanging out with these cool people. There are slow times in the film where you just kind of wish more was going on, but I do like all the characters, and I'm going with Jackie Brown. I had this poster at one time. I'd like to have it again. I don't hate this one. I wish I could put it higher, but I just can't. So number 9, I got Jackie Brown. Number 8, I am putting From Dusk Till Dawn, 1996. George Clooney is great in this. Quentin Tarantino is great in this. I don't understand why Quentin doesn't get more credit for this one. It gets a little tacky at the end with all the vampires and everything, but it's fun. Number 7, I'm gonna go with Death Proof. This came out as sort of a tribute to what do they call it, like slasher films, or like where they would have like a double video going on at a drive-in. This has got, I forget her name, but the very beautiful Puerto Rican actress that was in like He Got Game. The women in this are hot. The cars in this are awesome. I love Kurt Russell. A lot of people think this is Quentin Tarantino's worst film. I beg to differ. I think this is a lot of fun. Not every film has to be about curing cancer and being this deep thought thing. This is just a fun ride to go along with. So at number 7, I got Death Proof. Number 6, I got The Hateful Eight. Kurt Russell and Samuel L. Jackson are good in this. Number 5, I'm going with Django. Yeah, I like Django. I mean, there's some things I would have changed in it, but at the same time, it made my top 5. So obviously, these are all really good. Number 4, I'm going with Kill Bill, the first one from 2003. Really like this one. Really like the samurai swords. Number 3, I'm going with Kill Bill Part 2. So I actually got the second one being better. I love it where she gets buried alive and she gets out. There's just certain parts of this that are just so good. And number 2, I'm going with 1992's Reservoir Dogs. This is a classic. I love everything about this one. I love, like, you know, how they all have different names, like Mr. Pink, Mr. White. I love the dialogue. I love Sean Penn's brother, Chris Penn. You know, he's just like, you know, what does he say? Jay Moore does the best impersonations of this film. And then number 1, 1994's Pulp Fiction. I think this is his ultimate masterpiece. Yeah, Pulp Fiction is awesome. What can I say? Uma Thurman, John Travolta. Love it. Love everything about it. Anyways, just wanted to count those down. Hope everybody is doing well. And send this video to a friend of yours. And talk to you guys later. Bye.